Well done. This is literally all we can see at the moment. We're walking down the mountain, but there's nothing to see. Luckily Mum's eyes are better than mine. It's another early start because of the time of year. Today we're going to do Bakestall and Great Calva. Oh, what an absolutely beautiful morning. We've arrived probably a little bit later than we were hoping to get here. So all the parking is pretty much gone. Parked outside Peterhouse Farm. And up here there's a sign that says Dash Falls, which is where we're heading. So straight away you can see some beautiful hills, nice cloud formation above as the sun's peeking out over the tops. Being greeted by a herd of sheep. That sharp contour is dead crags, and that one softer mound is Cockup. You can see quite clearly Dash Farm up on the side of the hill in front of White House, and then over to the right you've got Little Calva just behind the waterfalls, Whitewater Dash, which will be a nice spot. So as you approach, there's a fork in the road here, and we're going to be taking the right fork. It's not until now you actually start feeling as though you're gaining any height as you head towards Dead Beck and Dead Crags. Just approaching the traverse of Dead Beck. Looking up at Dead Crags as it towers above us. Possibly don't really get the sense of scale on the video. Coming back down, and you can see Whitewater Dash in front. Down there's a sign that says Dash Farm, self-catering house, farmhouse and field barn, www.thedash.co.uk, and that's it up there. So far a very, very easy walk. Really good underfoot. Navigationally, it doesn't really get any easier. And we're going to be going up above Whitewater Dash and then bearing round to the right to get to our first Wainwright. As we wind up this steady ascent, certainly gets your heart rate up, perspire slightly. The waterfall has actually disappeared, but we should get to see it again once we get to that next bend up ahead. Hopefully the sky is going to be blue today. Time for a look behind. Just to the right of Whitewater Dash We're going up Burkitt Edge, which is just to the side of the wall by this fence and gate. Now, I do believe this is quite a steep, intense climb for this bit, so we'll take our time. It's very muddy up here as we go up Burkitt Edge, which will lead us to Bakestall, our first Wainwright for today, our first of two. It's one of the nicest days we've had so far since starting the Wainwrights. Blue skies, hardly any wind, in fact no wind I'd say. This kind of shows you the steepness of this little part that goes up to Bakestall. Still don't know how to say it, whether it's Bakestall, Bakestall. Anyway, you get what I mean. Up until now the path has been a little bit away from the fence, and now we're getting to the point where you actually are going to be walking right alongside the fence. A little bit slippier underfoot. Looking down the hill back into the valley, you can see on the other side a very steep fence line where we're going to be walking up. First of all to Little Calva, so if I can get my finger in the shot, that's where we're going to be walking up, over to Little Calva, then to Great Calva, and then we're going to go down and then along. There's a path down there. Which looks much easier to head back down. Absolutely loving this walk. I'm not going to lie, this part here is steep and it's long, but the good thing about that is because you gain height quickly, the views are pretty good quickly as well. Just came across this guy who's just finished his last Wainwright of the Northern Fells, so well done to him. You just know that view from the top's going to be amazing. It's already getting there. Yeah, look at that. It's only about 20 metres further than I just filmed. Wow. You can see Blencathra over there. Sharp nose of Blencathra. Just here. You get to a part in the path here where it eases off a little bit, and then it gets doubly hard for the last little bit. That looks really steep. This last little bit is quite punishing. You can't really tell the steepness of it, I don't think, on video. Maybe if we look down at Louise, it might give you a better idea. Breathtaking. Some more walkers coming down. Seen a few now. It's all with backpacks. That's a great shot, that is. The cairn. And over to the left you've got Skiddaw, which we had thought about taking on today, but I think we're going to leave that for another time.
If you took the drone up from here, you'd get to see Wainwright.
Yeah, let's go over there because I think that might be the Wainwright
It is.
peak.
Apparently that's the Bakestall summit. This is the Wainwright summit.
Oh, okay.
That's what I've seen anyway.
No, I think you're right. I think I've seen the same. Look at that view, my goodness. You can't do it justice on a video, I'm pretty sure. It's so still.
I know. It's warm. Well, maybe that's because I've just been climbing, but it does feel warm in November. Oh, you can see it.
Oh, brilliant. We were wondering whether we'd be able to see Bathurst Lake from up here. And you can. This is the Wainwright Peak, apparently. And time to get the drone up in the air. We get a 360. And a few panoramics. That view is just ridiculous. So I probably spent way too long there. We've got now to go down and take on that one over there. Which by the looks of it is a much steeper climb on the other side. Back to the fence line. That steep bit first. Not far to go to the bottom now. And then we've got to head up that fence line along the top to our next Wainwright. It's 12:30, so we're going to have to get a move on. Otherwise we're going to be coming down in the dark. So it's been tough coming down, especially on the thighs. Been a bit slippy, lost our footing a couple of times. And we're down. Back to this gate. I'm a cyclist. Where are we going? Just have to cross, yeah? Of course we do. Definitely time for a change of clothing before attempting that. Luckily we don't have to come down it as well. It doesn't actually look quite so bad from down here. So looking at the map, it appears we start off going in that direction and then the path kind of comes back up here to the fence and then up the fence line. So that's where we're going next. Louise has found the place to cross, heading up the other side. As we reach this bend, I think our path goes straight on up to the fence. And the uphill starts. Whew. First 3 steps were difficult, changing the angle of your feet, Oh dear, this is much steeper than it looks. It looks steep from the other side, then from the bottom it didn't look too bad, and then you start to climb and you realise actually no, it is steep, very steep. Loads of heather. And holding on to the fence to pull myself up. Ooh. This part of the path is so narrow and so deep that not only are you contending with the steepness, but you're also having to try and force your legs, especially if you've got big legs like me, through the gap. That's a big step, that one. Oh, come on, we can do it.
Steep, steep, steep up. Good use of the fence.
Oh my goodness. Whew. Don't let anyone tell you this is easy, because it's not. It's hard work, and looking forward to getting to the top. Let's have a look on the way down. There's Louise making her way up. And I think this peak and the last peak are around about the same height, and that one in the background is where we were before. How you feeling?
Hi.
It's just tough. Just tough. See a peak over there now, which I'm guessing is Little Calva. So some of these steps now are very easy, but before it was like walking up the stairs but doing 3 or 4 steps at a time, literally reaching up to your waist height for the next step. It's like climbing up a climbing frame, grabbing hold of anything you can get hold of, whether that's fence or vegetation, just to make sure you get to the top. 15 minutes to here. Okay. So we're heading off right. We're not going to follow the fence line. Oh yeah, this is a definite path. The path up continues in this little gully, marked out by slightly lighter grass. As Louise said earlier, this goes back to the fence line, which you can see up ahead. Have you seen that view behind? We've now hit swampland. Squelch, squelch, squelch. There's a definite sharp bend in the fence up ahead, which would indicate that to the left you've got Little Calva. Thank you. Take care on this bit here. Oh dear. Yep. Pretty squelchy. Anyway, Little Calva over there and Great Calva over there, which is where we're heading for, this bit here. But we have to negotiate this wet patch first. Don't want to be accidentally stepping into that. Just heard Louise say, "I can see it again." Hey. It's been a bit of a slog up, but the views are incredible. Really good view of Blencathra over there and the valley. Skiddaw in the background. and Bakestall where we were before. A bit more squelchy stuff. Louise has already reached the cairn. So this is Little Calva, and we've got to get up there. Where are we? We've got to get up there.
So follow the fence up.
Yeah, follow the fence all the way to Great Calva.
And then
Fantastic.
down that way.
Okay. So we got up to Little Calva in 45 minutes from that point where we saw that woman who was coming down. And now follow the fence line across to get to the peak over there, which is Great Calva, which is the Wainwright that we're trying to get to today. And then straight down, hopefully quite easily, to the Cumbria Way, which will take us back down the valley to the car. I think we're going to have lunch up there. I'm starving. I'm very thirsty too. Very boggy around here. Seems to be the theme of the day, or theme of the hill anyway. Big puddles of water. We wouldn't want to do this in the dark. Happy to have waterproof boots at this point. Yeah. About 20 minutes so far of very wet ground. Yeah, we'll go that way. I'm going to cut up here now. But it's just squelch city. It's not bad. It's not difficult to walk on. You just have to have decent shoes. As we start to climb up, it's become a lot less marshy. This is the last push now before lunch break at the summit. Legs are tired now. Nearly there. Bit of a weird cairn with the metal and everything in it, but it's very distinctive. Wow, look at those views.
Have a look at it.
It's a bit of a mist in some places in the distance. Is it time for lunch?
Huh?
Time for lunch?
Yeah, a photo.
And a photo. That's the view down the valley. We're following this fence line, which then takes a sharp left turn and goes steeply down the hill back to the Cumbria Way. Should be a nice view when you get to the end of here. I'm guessing this is going to look stunning as soon as we get around here. Oh yes. Oh wow.
shelter.
Oh yes. Couple of wooden seats.
You can just make out the tip of Thelma, but it's a bit hazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see the very tip of Thelma as well. It's kind of... So the path down isn't easy. Ooh. Just got to watch your footing. And now it's going to be a bit of a race between us and the sun setting. So probably not too much videoing from now on. A little bit when we get to the bottom, I think, or if I see anything special. This terrain looks really easy, but boy, it's not. I'm not quite sure where you're putting your feet. A lot of it's very slippy. Both of us have slipped several times now. It's starting to get a little less steep here, but if we look back, it's pretty much very steep all the way down to this point. We have to go all the way down to the stream, follow it until we get to a footbridge, and that takes us back onto the Cumbria Way. Not far to go now. My thoughts were, oh, it's just a downhill, can't be that hard, won't be that hot. I am absolutely dripping with sweat. I've got sweat going on my lenses, I can't see through them because I've had to take my glasses off twice already just to wipe the sweat off them. Not a pretty sight, but this is the reality of coming down this way. This particular route is sketchy at best. It's obviously the way everybody goes because you can see footprints every so often. But I've walked along easier paths. Show you again. There's a path there somewhere. Can you spot it? No, there's another hole. Whoop, there's another hole. Cumbria Way. Well, having battled, half killed ourselves down this footpath, look what we've seen coming from the left. Now, I don't know whether that goes all the way to the top, but my goodness me, if it did, we chose a silly route down. But that's what it's like in the Lake District. There's a big hill, you've got to get from top to bottom, you make your own way down. Footpath or no footpath. It's very hard sometimes to be able to stick to your route, your planned route. However, this is so much easier. It's wider. There are holes still, but at least you can see them in advance to avoid them. This is good. But as you say, if you look across the other side of the stream, you can see a track, double track, and that looks like it's going to go to where the footbridge is, which is where we want to be. So it feels like we're going in the right direction anyway. Sky's still nice and blue. I don't know how much more sun we got left, but I think as soon as we get onto this Cumbria Way, I feel a bit more comfortable. Oh, this looks nice. Very nice. Still tricky, but it's nice to know that we've pretty much reached the stream. Oh, I missed it. Louise sliding down on her backside to get down there. I am absolutely dripping with sweat. Louise has just laughed as I came down this boulder area. It's not even boulder really, it's just a few stones. But it was slippy and it was steep. And I was kind because I didn't video Louise slipping 3 or 4 times. So it's just to make her look good. You do look good. Oh, I'm hoping that's it now. In terms of difficult bits, we've obviously still got to get all the way down to the car, which is do we go back down the same way as we came up? Once we reach that gate kind of thing with the star. Yeah, to where that star was. Yeah.
Anyway, here's the bridge and
Yay.
the shelter, that's circular.
Yeah, so this is a very obvious place which will be on the map. Footbridge, definitely remember seeing that. I didn't remember seeing the shelter, but I didn't really pay much attention really. So we're now going towards Skiddaw House. So from the stream, head slightly uphill, staying on this side of the stream. It's quite a distance to Skiddaw House, and then once we get there we must make sure we turn right to head back down. It's 3:30, the sun is starting to go down behind the hills. I think we've probably got at most 1 more hour of daylight. So we do need to be getting off this hill as much as possible at least before it gets dark. Another sheepfold. So after a bit of a dog leg in the path, oh dear, I think we'll go this way. Louise has found a very wet bit. I don't think it's much better over here, but it is a little bit better. We're going to cross the stream. Oh my gosh, we're going to oh dear, sink through your ankles. Going to cross the stream here on this little footbridge, and then we've got a bit of a climb up to Skiddaw House, which is not going to be enjoyable because our legs are pretty pummeled already, but it's the way back and that's the way we've got to go. And there it is, Skiddaw House. We turn right and we go down there along a fence.
That was a trudge.
Yeah, a trudge, but about 15 minutes we got on the top.
Yeah. Doesn't even look steep from here though.
Another half an hour of daylight we've got.
We're going this way. Isn't that the part, the thing that we fence line that we climbed up, or not?
It's a long old trudge home now. Over to the right you can see Great Calva. Over to the left you can see Bakestall. So we've got to get to the top up here and then turn left. Temperature's dropping quite a lot, I reckon it's only a few degrees above freezing now. Sun's mostly gone in. Sky's nice colour. Blues and reds. Should be crossing a stream here. And pretty much going to be where it's pretty much going to be where the footpath between the two Wainwrights met at the fence where we saw the cyclist earlier, and then it's just a straightforward down, hopefully. Yeah, beautiful sky, but we will definitely be getting back to the car in the dark. Thankfully this footpath is a good footpath. Navigations should be very easy as long as we don't trip over anything silly. We should be okay. It's amazing how a camera can see in the dark really well. I might have to use it in order to get myself down. Zigzagging the path. That's the way we went before to get up to Calva. Heading down towards Whitewater Dash. This is where we cross the stream and then head down the valley. You can't see me. This is amazing in low light. It's unreal actually. You see so much better than I can see. This could be daylight. Yeah, you wouldn't think it was dark. Look at that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Take a photo of the moon if you can.
The moon. Wow. It's incredible.
Have you got your phone? Take a photo.
I will do. This is that fork in the path where we went right to go up the hill. And even this doesn't see in the dark anymore. Proper pitch black now. Can't see anything. And all I can hear is a stream and some sheep. Right on cue. That's where we've just come from. Doesn't make for a great video, but we're pretty much back at the car now. And up ahead is just the gate to the road, and on the right is the farm that we parked at. It's been good. It's been good. Behind us, that's what we've left behind. Quite an adventure. I thought it was a big step. There wasn't. Have you ever done that before? Yeah. Thought there was one more step and then there's not. Yeah. You won't be able to see this, but there's our car. Funny enough, the last car in this space. I don't even know why I'm videoing this, but we're back. Yay!
Bakestall.